focus they roam. In a world where the Dita is the unsung hero. Welcome to the stage, the Eat Sleep Code Show. Syntax tight, our semicolons in a row. With the AI beats and the database flow. Grab your gear, it's compiling, let's go. We're breaking walls in our virtual chateau. With every line we write, our universe will grow. Welcome to the grid where the brave dare to code. Eat, sleep, code, let the systems overload. Sending signals in the neon afterglow.
Hello and welcome to Eat Sleep Code, the official Teller podcast. I'm your host, Ed Charbonneau, and with me is my co-host, John Bristow. How are you doing this lovely afternoon, John? Or morning?
I'm doing
Sorry,
great.
it's like 5 a.m. there.
Yeah, sorry. I was out walking my dog. That's why we started late, so you can blame me. You can't force a dog to do its business, I guess. So, yeah, I've been great. I've been playing a lot with code. I've been playing a lot with a tool called Remotion, and I've found a workflow that really works well for me for doing overlay graphics, visual graphics in SVG, et cetera, et cetera. So I've had a great week so far.
That sounds amazing, and we should probably do like a whole show dedicated to something like that. It just sounds
I don't know if
good.
it warrants that, but it's definitely a leg up on my, like, normally I'd have to kick over to After Effects and do a lot of stuff within timeline and animations and shake the monitor a couple times. But now I just describe it utilizing voice dictation to Claude, either through the CLI or whatever. It just spits it out into Remotion, and then I'm like, yeah, it looks good. Export to ProRes, import it into Premiere, away I go.
So one of the sleepers in user experience right now that is going to be huge in the next couple of years, if it's not even a shorter time frame, is the speech to text stuff, and the fact that like we are still underselling the natural language processing aspects of all the stuff.
Sure.
Like we talk large language model a lot, and we talk about code generation a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that you don't see talked about enough is the fact that natural language is really what's pinning all of this stuff together and making it so accessible for everyone. And that's like the real value driver, in my opinion.
I used to have key bindings in Emacs and VI, like Command Control C, Control whatever in Emacs. Now for me, it's Command D. Command D, it toggles your voice command, and I just like, I'm starting to develop the carpal tunnel for that now as well. So, but yeah, I'm with you. Voice command, I can type fast, but I would rather just kind of just make it up as I talk, like I'm talking now, and just talk to AI, and it's it's a really natural way to work.
I'll tell you, like, another use case where it's been just phenomenal for me is I was troubleshooting some health issues, and I took my latest charts from like doctor's visits. I dumped them into Gemini, right? So it knows like what I've been troubleshooting. It knows my vitals, it knows all of that stuff already because I just put all those charts in there. And then I went for a run. And what can you not do while you're running, John? Type.
Sure.
But what can you do is you could pull out your phone and press the speech to text button. Like my phone, I don't know if you're an iPhone user, but the
yes.
Android users, you hold the power button down, and that is, I guess, similar to what Siri would do, except it has a real AI on the other end. And I'm running.
That's a good one, because it is true. Siri is not good.
I'm running, and I'm queuing up Gemini with my speech and text. I could probably have used my earbuds or whatever too, but I don't know if I had those on. They make me kind of woozy when I run with them. The noise canceling throws me off. But I'm running, and I'm holding the button down, and I'm giving it markers like I'm at X amount of miles, and like I have no pain, blah blah blah. Because what had happened the prior day is I got through my run, and at a certain point I started getting really bad pain, and I was like, all right, I'm going to track this from now on, so I know like when this is happening, what my vitals are, because that gives me a timestamp that I can go back and look at my Fitbit tracker and all of the, I can pinpoint exactly what's happening and when to see if there's anything that I can figure out. And in the meantime, it's comparing it to, my health information that it has. And it's keeping track of all these things. And along the way, it's like, if you're feeling pain here, it might be because of X, Y, and Z. And then when you stop working out, it's like check back in 30 minutes, because if this is continuing, it could be, X, Y, or Z. You need to get, that funnel back to your doctor, etc. But it's so far, it's to not worry anyone. It's like a muscle related thing. It's not like I'm not like having chest pain or anything like I need to get 911 involved with while I'm running. I wouldn't suggest like doing stress tests with Gemini at the beck and call. It's not what I'm doing. So it was like testing some muscular things that were happening.
Okay.
We got comments here. Wonder where the Dragon company people are with all the voice stuff. They were trailblazers back in the day. Oh, I'm trying to remember the Dragon software.
Dragon Speak.
Yeah. That's that was pretty.
You don't need
popular.
that anymore. The voice to text is nailed.
Yeah, Dragon.
It never trips up. Yep.
Yeah, but he was. They were more asking like, where are they at now? Like, what's the?
Who knows?
Did they take the data and do something with it? Are they behind one of the big?
Sure they did.
There's Deepgram, 11 Labs, Azure. All of those are doing speech and to text and voice generation and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you might wonder like how John and I know so much about AI. Are you wondering that? Because sometimes I wonder.
I wonder myself. How do I get by? I fooled them again every time I log off.
So I'm going to share this. John, your links will be added here as well.
Okay.
Let me double check, make sure we didn't do it already. So we have a live page for this one. Yeah, they haven't gotten updated yet. John's will be here as well. So if you want to take this and refresh it later, you can follow along from where you're watching if you want. So all the links are here today. I know we don't normally do this for the show, but this was such a good topic, and I knew people were going to be asking for these links. I went ahead and generated a listicle for it and got it live for today's show with the help of a coworker, Mandy. She's phenomenal for getting this up and running for me. And we're going to start with like the learning resources for just learning AI in general. There are links in here for like deep dives into the black boxes, learning about just concepts, and there's learning about infrastructure. There's learning about coding and coding assistance. It's all in here. There's I think about 17 links total with John's added. So we'll start at the top and work our way down. You can't really talk about AI, John, without talking about NVIDIA. Like
it's like talking about breathing without oxygen. Come on, what are you talking about?
They are the engine, the heartbeat of AI. And you're very welcome. There are a lot of free resources in here. There's a very few amount of paid ones. There's a lot of good free ones that are out there as well.
So the real question is it not relevant? It totally is. The real question is, do you think NVIDIA will be a $1 trillion company as Jensen has accurately predicted?
$1 trillion company. I would probably agree with that. I mean, they have some competition, but not that much. I mean, AMD is there, but AMD has always been so much smaller than NVIDIA.
Dude, it's not even close. They're going to be $1 trillion company in 2027. Anyways, lots of learning resources from NVIDIA.
Like, I'm a huge AMD fan, right? Like, I love them to death. I've held their stock before; they're fantastic. But
played many games with NVIDIA.
NVIDIA, it's like they're both in a race, right? And AMD might be second in the race, but like they're close to being lapped. You know what I mean? They're so far behind as far as like company size and stuff like that.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Talk about like the Forrest Gump of technology. What I mean by that is, in Forrest Gump, like he always found himself in a perfect place, the perfect time, etc. NVIDIA just happened to have tons of GPUs ready, etc., etc. Anyways, I digress. Yes, lots of learning essentials from NVIDIA. It's great to see. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
It was a really good interview podcast with sorry, what's his name again?
Jensen Huang.
In my mind. Yeah. There's a really good podcast with him that talked about like the growth of the company from like the early days of like we're barely making it as a company and just dedicated to a couple of gamers to where they are now, and it was not luck at all. It was more than they positioned themselves to be in the right place at the right time.
Fair enough, really but no one could call the AI, explosion. So I know some people were working on it, but yeah.
With the NVIDIA resources, there are free and paid resources here, but there's really good free stuff on like the getting started side of it. So you've got like, generative AI explain, even goes into like microservices and stuff. When you get into the deep dives, I think is where these are free as well. I'm trying to remember, there are paid. Maybe it's if you're doing the certifications, but there are hours and hours and hours of video here. Like these are like full like 8-hour courses. When you get into some of the more in-depth stuff like building RAG with LLM agents, which you could spend 8 hours learning how to build something yourself, or you could just get RAG as a service through Progress and not have to worry about it. But I digress. There's a lot of good courseware in here. Some of it goes very far in depth and teaches you how to build big infrastructure stuff.
Nice.
And then Anthropic has some great course material as well. So Anthropic/learn. So they have their courses broken down into categories. It's all in here talking about LLMs. There's prompt engineering courses, Claude 101. These are, I don't think there's a lot of, you got to register to see it all, but it's a lot of good stuff in here.
So the big news around this, Ed, I'm not sure if you were aware, but Anthropic, they dropped these courses and they're all available for free. And Twitter/X exploded with excitement because they're really solid. So the courses, the certifications around Claude Code, around Cowork, etc., they're fantastic. Definitely would recommend taking advantage of this. Definitely a resource you can spend a weekend just tinkering and learning everything you need to know. I would say this will definitely give you a good leg up on how to use Claude, which I would argue is probably the environment you want to be targeting going forward. They seem to be just, you might as well say it, I think ChatGPT, made the forage into it. I think Google's playing catch up in some regards. I do like Anti-Gravity a lot. I do like Cursor a lot. But if I'm going to just use an interface, I'm going Claude Code, and I'm using the CLI and or the client and utilizing that. I'm utilizing skills, etc., etc. Anyways, the courses will go through all of this stuff, get you a leg up. And then once you get going, I mean, you're off to the races pretty much.
There we go. That's what I was looking for, is preview on one of them. So you could see, I was trying to figure out if it was going to have video instruction or if it was partially written or what it was.
Yeah, you can go to the nth degree. Like what some people are doing right now is they're utilizing MCP, they're creating their own TUIs, they're utilizing CLIs, they're building out their own sort of scenario-driven tooling. That's fine. You can totally go that route if you need to. You don't have to. There's certainly a case to not go in that direction if you're just looking to just utilize the interface, etc., especially in code. I mean, code, you can just point it at a directory and say, let's get to work. But if you're looking to build something custom, for sure, I would say get comfortable with TUIs, get comfortable with CLIs, get comfortable with your terminal again. The terminal's back, baby. Anyway.
They got some great infographics and things to help you along the way.
Yes.
Love it. They all follow one style. It's really, really good
I
material.
almost, you know what, Ed? I can't help but wonder if these academy courses are just going to be incorporated. Well, they probably already are easily incorporated because you can gen visualizations with Claude now. So Claude allows you to output SVG and CSS animations. So you don't really need the static site anymore. Anyways, I digress.
Yeah. I was working on some of this type of stuff earlier this week for some ebook content that we're working on, and it was helping me generate diagrams and things that it would have taken me forever to do by hand. This is a resource by one of the people working on the AI itself. So Andrej has worked at, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, was working at AI and Tesla.
He co-founded OpenAI. So yeah, and then he famously put out a tweet last weekend. We talked about this, where he said the number of jobs that are going to be impacted by AI, and immediately there was that meme of Larry David playing the character of Bernie Sanders. He's like, we're doomed. We need a revolution, and we need to have people on the streets, and we need to do something, and we need to do it now. Sort of thing. So I think he's got some interesting thoughts. It's interesting to see the timeline of prognostications he's made. He's like, 2024, he's been like, it's not going to do much. And now he's just like, this is going to completely change the economy, So yeah, he's written a lot about the impacts.
But he's got a YouTube channel that's got a lot of stuff on it. And he also has a track with Zero to Hero, all about large language models. So this is like learning directly from the source. So it's all, again, free content that's up on YouTube. So that's another one. I am a very visual person. Like, I always need slides or animations or something that really ground the knowledge for me. This is one of my personal favorites on the list. This list was curated by hand, by the way. We didn't
lovingly artisanal links.
Yes, these are things that I am using or somebody I work with is using and has recommended for this list. But 3 Blue 1 Brown is just great at doing animations about all of this stuff. And they have a playlist on inside of an LLM. And some of the graphics are kind of cutesy and silly, but they really do a good job at getting the point across. And I even shared one of these on my my LinkedIn channel the other day on the short side here of let's see.
By the way, we started this conversation where I was talking about how I'm doing graphic generation with Remotion and using Claude to generate that. You can do exactly what these sorts of graphics you can do now with that sort of workflow.
So I'm going to let this one play for a second because it's a short, just so you can get an idea of what this is like. I want to unmute this because this explains cosine similarity and why vector databases are really important.
Can't hear anything, but that's okay.
Sorry, it's not playing the audio?
No, it's not.
Sharing? Oh,
no,
okay.
It's okay.
Let me
you
reshare.
can see it, but
it's probably a sharing.
It's an Ed problem.
Share audio tab. It should.
You see, when tools
there you go.
We process text, the first thing they do is subdivide it into little pieces, and they associate each piece with a large vector, some long list of numbers. This is called an embedding of that piece of text, and it's helpful to imagine these embedding vectors as directions in some very high-dimensional space, even if we struggle to concretely visualize anything more than 3 dimensions. Models that learn to embed words as vectors like this often encode meaning into the directions of this high-dimensional space. If you take the difference between the embeddings of man and woman, and you add that to the embedding of uncle, you get a vector very close to the embedding of aunt. If you take the embedding of Italy minus Germany, and you add it to the embedding of Hitler, you get something very close to the embedding of Mussolini. It's as if the model learned to associate some directions in this high-dimensional space with Italianness and others with World War II Axis leaders. What is
So
I
if you
love
take
that.
computer science, if you take computer science, we do talk a little bit about path traversal. We do talk about decision making. We do talk about all these things. So yeah, it's a great way to learn. I love visual learning, just like you. It's awesome.
Yeah. I wouldn't have thought about making visualizations this deep with AI. I'll have to check out the tools that you're using, John.
Telling you, dude, Remotion with Claude, it's a game changer. I'm telling you, it's awesome.
This animation alone, though, like when I talk about retrieval augmented generation, RAG, vector searches, vector embeddings, all of that stuff, this one 40-second video is worth its weight in gold.
Absolutely.
Just to get people on the same page of what is this search doing that's different than a traditional keyword search, right?
Yes.
So this one has been huge for me, and very happy to share that one. They have that was just a short. There are like full videos that go deep into the entire structure of a large language model and tell you about all the pieces. That was actually just like a 40-second segment of I think it was like almost an hour video. I think it is an hour video. I watched the entire thing end to end, and my wife and my kids walked in and out of the room while I was watching it, and they were just like, "You are into some really nerdy stuff," like. And I was like, "And you're giving me this feedback while you watch it on the television inside of the nice air conditioning that I pay for it with." So keep the comments coming. This is another personal favorite of mine. This is the IBM Technology YouTube channel. I've mentioned it on the show before, John.
Sure. Yep.
The YouTube channel is I think they're developer advocacy or they either are or very close to developer advocates for IBM. And I mentioned this years ago. Mentioned that years ago. IBM had like the problem of being seen as like an old company, and they weren't really in front of all of all the exciting news of things that were happening when they had been for years and years before.
Yes.
But they've been like a sleeper. Like they haven't. It's still a huge company worth lots of money, but they just haven't been advertised to be in front of everybody. So they hired developer advocates a couple of years ago and went through like a kind of a rebranding. And this IBM Technology channel, I think, came out of that.
They do a very good job of utilizing a light board for sure.
Yes, they do. They have really insightful content as well. So if you're learning a concept, their videos generally are between 10 to 15 minutes long. They're not usually like the hour long, full inside look into a black box.
Gather round, children. Yes.
But they're short enough to watch on a lunch break or in between AI generations or whatever it is you're doing. And you can pick up some really solid information that's going to help you in your AI career from these videos. So I highly recommend it. The CAG versus RAG video, if you're interested in any context engineering or RAG solutions at all, give this a look, and it kind of gives you an idea of the concepts that you're going to be using and learning about in the long run. Love that one.
Now, incidentally, I think just so you are aware, Ed, I'm telling you, I'm coming back. This is the last time I'll mention it. The Lightboard approach, I think, is going to go away, and it's going to get replaced with the workflow I have, because the graphics you can create are way better. But that's just me.
So the Lightboard is really interesting. It seems to be their style. And I would love to be behind the scenes with them for a few minutes to see how they pull it off, because they do try to write some things live. Like you'll see them
Yes.
sketch something out, but it's intermixed with stuff that already is, they're not just drawing all this by hand in real time. So they'll make like a box and it'll have the words inside of it already. So some of it's prepared. I'd love to see how they do it. It would be fascinating to see like a meta show of how they produce their videos, just because
There you go.
it's interesting.
Yep.
IBM Technologies, good one. This one is good for. Did I get the wrong URL on this one? I may have botched the URL on that.
Uh-oh.
This was supposed to be the Everyday AI podcast. I think maybe it got truncated or something when I pasted it into the document. AI podcast. It is really good as a podcast, but he also has a YouTube channel. So this is the YouTube here. Yeah, there. Why can't I link to it? Let's try opening it directly in YouTube. There we go. Huh. The URL's having a hard time with that underscore at the end or something.
Oh, okay. Well, you're currently just showing the blog post. You're not showing the channel.
My bad. There we go. It went to a 404, so
okay.
There's something wrong in the link, and I can't quite see what it is. This show is called the Everyday AI Podcast. It says it's for everyday people, so you might get a gist of the different type of content that's yours. You're generally not going to be deep diving into the black box at all. This is more on the usage side, but he does cover some of the, the fringe details of what's happening under the hood.
Yes.
It does talk about developer related conversations and things. It's really good general information, and there are guests as well that come on time to time to talk about different products and things they're working on. So this is a really good one, and as the name says, there is a show every day. It's about an hour long, so it's a good commute listen. So you can get it on like Spotify or Apple Podcasts and those sort of things. And yes, I'll post the links in chat again, folks that are just joining us now. I don't know if it will paste out to LinkedIn. Bill Turner on LinkedIn is asking for this. So you can go to Telerik.com/blogs, and it should be on the page there for you to find.
Should be your homepage. Come on. Telerik.com/blogs. Make it a bookmark.
Or you can just try to jump over to YouTube, and I just pasted it in there as well. But we'll put it in the comments on the YouTube video as well when we're finished. But Telerik.com/blogs, look for the title 10 plus learning resources to kickstart your AI journey. You should be able to find it there. Or you can just ping me on LinkedIn and I'll send it to you later. My name's at the bottom of my box here. So Everyday AI Podcast, a great one for commutes. Grab it on your favorite podcast tool, whatever that is. I use Spotify, and then just like check it out when you're driving. If you commute, if you don't, go on a run, whatever it is you like to do, listen to the show there. We also have Burke Holland.
Oh, this guy.
Burke is a coworker of ours, ex-coworker of ours. We all used to work with each other at some point in our careers. And Burke has moved on to bigger and better things over at Microsoft. He's doing some, I think he's technically developer relations, but I know he's like PMing and doing all sorts of things there. And he had just hit like 100,000 followers on his YouTube channel, and for good reason. He's got some really good, insightful content there on Copilot, because that's what he's focused on right now.
Yeah, of course.
Is Copilot inside of Visual Studio Code. So he's always got the latest thing that they're going to announce for Copilot and demos it in true Burke style. He's always been great on the mic and great in front of an audience. So There's some really interesting stuff he did too with the Copilot CLI. This is, I think we might have talked about it on last week's show. Like, you can have models talking to models with the Copilot CLI. So you can say, hey, Sonnet, go ask GPT and Gemini about this thing, or like plan this project for me. And I actually recommended this to somebody the other day because they said they were blowing up their context window with the project they were trying to plan. It was just too much. And so two ways to break that up: go into planning mode, and if you can, use GitHub Copilot CLI and tell Gemini to do the planning, and then delegate to the smaller models, or not smaller, but the smaller context window models when you're done. Because Gemini has 2 million tokens, and Sonnet and GPT have like 200,000 or something. So it's like a 100-degree difference between those two.
You can even go farther if you want. You could get Cursor to run it against concurrent models if you wanted to go that route as well. So there's lots of ways in which you can run those things. Oops.
The last live regarding the context. I'm not sure what that means, but I probably meant in the last Eat Sleep Code episode. We have talked about some of these things. Which you can find all of our stuff on YouTube on the same channel that you're watching. We keep a playlist on there. You can go back and watch previous shows. But Burke is always on top of it all the time. I'm actually going to see him next week at the Microsoft campus as part of the MVP Summit. And we'll tell him you said hi, John.
Tell them 100,000 subscribers. Come on.
This is a paid resource, but it is a great one for very hyper-focused content on specific AI developer tasks. So if you are getting started with Model Context Protocol, or hey, I know that guy, getting started with AI in general with .NET, and you want to learn about Microsoft Extensions AI and how to write the code.
I don't think you're showing the tab again. Sorry.
Oh, it might not. Thank you.
There you go.
It's hard to keep it like on target with this mode. So if you're learning how to make MCPs with a specific coding tool, or your AI for .NET, you want to learn about Microsoft Extensions AI that just went GA not that long ago. Agent Framework that's still in preview, but you want to see hands-on coding exercises, that is for you. Building a chatbot in RAG using data.NET in your data. All sorts of really great stuff about mostly .NET development right now. But it's the bleeding edge of the .NET AI stuff is here on Dome Train.
Nice.
Telerik blog. This is a little bit of a meta post.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, we've got 2 of those in here. Our blog at telerik.com/blogs/artificial-intelligence. That's a tag that you can use to find all of our posts on AI on our website. And we also have one at our parent. Telerik is the brand. Progress is the parent company. And Progress has a data AI blog that has a lot of really insightful AI topics on that one. These are broader, less developer-centric topics, and more like you'll find at some of the videos that we're talking about on the show today. Like how your platform understands AI, rethinking search in the age of AI. These are more at your CTO or CEO level type of reading materials. So those are in there as well. John, I'm going to open this up to you now. This is where all of my links end. We're going to update this article, though. We only have 10 up there today. John's, the ones you're about to see, are going to be added to this list as well.
Awesome. Do you want me to share my screen, or do you want to just fire them up?
I don't know if I have them where I can fire them
okay.
up.
All right, let me quickly share my screen here. So it wasn't prepared.
I mean, I could find it in. I think you sent it to me in Discord, right?
Yes, I did. All right, let me quickly fire this up. All right, so...
I've got it if you want me to go.
Okay, go for it. Yeah.
Um, let's try. Okay, we did Anthropic. There we go. Cool. Where is... I lost my StreamYard screen. There we go. We're back.
This is a very professional.
Nope.
This is a very professional show, folks. You know.
I thought we were prepared. It's an early.
You told me to send you the links.
It's an early morning for you, John. Like they didn't
Yeah,
get
but
to me. In...
I sent you the links. Come on.
Oh, I don't want to share. I don't want to share the Discord channel. I can't control what people are posting in Discord. So let's share my entire screen on that screen. That's the one I was going for. The AI Learning Hub
Yes.
on the Microsoft Learn website. John, go ahead.
Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. You know, Microsoft, Google, Anthropic, OpenAI, all the various vendors are going to publish learning resources. So we've got Learning AI from the Learning Hub, from Microsoft. You've got learning resources from OpenAI, from Google, from Anthropic, etc. I think most folks know that there's going to be learning resources on all these. So I think we can skip those first four. But just know that there's going to be curated courses that you can take if you're so inclined. This is not how I learn this stuff, by the way. So I just threw this in there for people who want to sit down and follow step by step sort of the courseware. But this is not the way I learn.
I do like that they broke it down by who you are as your role too. So they
Yes.
like out IT
Yeah, for sure.
professional, low code developer, so on and so forth. So you can branch off and do the courses that are like targeted for you.
Yes.
See, we've got.
So I've got another batch of
AI
links after
Explained?
this. Yes. Okay, cool. So this is the way I learn. I watch people do. I listen when I'm doing stuff like mowing the lawn or folding clothes or whatever around the house. But if I'm learning actively, I'm watching, and I'm doing that via YouTube. So AI Explained, it's hosted by a guy named Philip, very knowledgeable around it. He's the author of a tool called Simple Bench, which is basically a benchmark for LLMs where individuals with unspecialized high school knowledge outperform various models. But basically, he talks a lot about what's happening in the world of AI, runs a community, over 1,000 generative AI professionals, a newsletter called Signal to Noise, etc. Does a lot of stuff with this. So if you're looking for a research-first, hype-free approach for covering the progress we're making in AI, this is an excellent one. So AI Explained is a very, very good show for you to subscribe to.
Awesome. Let's see. Sorry, we had a spam bot I'm trying to get rid of. So
No worries.
I'm trying to navigate links as I delete this bot, but I can't quite do it.
right.
Another YouTube channel, By Cloud.
Yeah, so this is guy from Toronto. It's got basically a lot of content that talks about AI research papers. I find this sort of stuff fun and interesting to follow. So the videos are good. They're about 15 minutes or so. He shares a collab notebook so you can follow along. And he's got a weekly newsletter called the AI Timeline as well that recaps the top papers. The papers themselves are interesting to listen to him talk about. They are showing like what is at the forefront. So it is something I would watch this over a glass of wine or a beer if I was interested to see where academic is going in terms of AI.
Interesting. I love that there's a video on the death of RAG. So everybody is like we have to
I
declare
didn't
things,
plan this, Ed. I didn't plan this. Come on.
but everything is like it's new this week, it's dead tomorrow. Like that is
Sure.
like the hype cycle that we're dealing
King
with.
is dead. Long live the king. Yes.
Yeah, which the IBM folks, I think it was, had a really good video on is RAG dead? Like, and they broke that one down really good. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you probably have seen that one. Theo is another great resource. These are just they're fun. He's entertaining as well. So if you want to learn and be entertained, Theo's
Yes.
a good one.
Yes, very good one. Ex Twitch engineer. I think he was an alum for Y Combinator. He's got a lot of subscribers. He became sort of the go-to YouTuber for TypeScript and JavaScript. Does courses on them, etc. But is recently, when I say recently, in like the last year, has gotten super in depth into AI. Does LLM comparisons, shows a lot of really cool tips and tricks, especially around the CLI. I find that folks that I can watch who are really gifted at, utilizing workflows that involve CLIs to be very, very useful. They've got some really impactful content.
Matt Pocock is
Yes. Yeah, so Matt is the creator of Total TypeScript. He did a lot of great content around TypeScript, and like Theo has gotten super into AI. Matt's no stranger to this sort of stuff. He's a hardcore dev. I think he was at Vercel for a while, but basically focuses on his content. He's got a course called AI Hero, which you'll find at aihero.dev. But he does a lot of great content around Claude. He talks about skills, talks about what he does in terms of his workflow. Definitely a highly recommended YouTuber.
awesome. And then Sam Witten, is that how you say it?
Vitamin.
Oh yeah, it's German. Like we've got
Sam's a Google
developer.
Sam's a Google developer expert, I think with machine learning, and he's co-founder and CEO of Red Dragon. They do research, etc. And he does a lot of great content around hands-on practical tutorials with agents, generative AI, etc. So another follow worth checking out.
Very cool.
But like I said, my workflow, the way I learn might be different than yours, and that's fine. I learn by doing and by watching. So I kind of take that apprenticeship, layman practitioner approach of show me what you're doing, I'll watch, and then I'll kind of just steal the best ideas from what I see from that, and then use it in my own workflows.
Yeah, I'm visual, so I've got to have something. Catherine and I were talking about this before the show because I asked her if she had any resources, and she gave me a bunch of books. And I was like, I think we'll have to do another segment on books. Like the books are great resources, but we already had like 17 online, mostly video resources. So I felt like they were out of place. So we'll have to do a book version of the show sometime, or at least a blog post that outlines the best books to learn from. And then she did admit, like, the books can get a little outdated sometimes. Like they it's hard to keep.
Well, they're static. They're static. What do you want?
Right. But sometimes people are book nerds and they just got to have that book.
Fine.
Everybody learns different, like you said, John.
I know. Sorry.
Some people go to Reddit. That's another one I don't try to frequent too often. I probably need to be more involved in.
No, look, I included these links just because there are some folks who still like the forums and, RTFM, man, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are of the Reddit ilk, that's fine. There's tons of subreddits. There's subreddits for Claude Code. There's subreddits for GPT, for AI research, etc. I just chucked in a few here that you can check out. There are communities as well for Claude, for example, that you can check out. There are local user groups for Claude and for other tools as well that are starting up. There may be a community in your town, for example, where you can meet with others. So these are just some additional resources. I would encourage you to fire up an LLM /chat window and ask the LLM, hey, what's the fastest way for me to learn? And they may ask you okay, what do you like doing? Do you like talking to people? Do you like watching? Do you like doing it as a code? So rather than looking at static URLs, for example, that don't change and, just provide communities, maybe look at teaching yourself through an LLM. That'd be another approach you could take.
I forgot all about that one. I use that from time to time. You can ask it literally anything about an LLM and it knows. It's very meta.
Yep.
And then I totally doxed myself by pulling this window up. Not that I'm on Reddit much anyway, but I'm logged in. My username is Alan Isaac, which is short for what's his name? Alan Turing and Isaac Asimov, and the
Yes.
initials are AI. That's fun, right?
Ed, come on, man.
I thought too much about that username. Leave me alone, John. Leave me alone.
Awesome. So yeah, those are some of the resources I use. Like I said,
You
I
know how to
learned a
react
different.
to that.
What do you want me to
Telling
say?
me.
Oh, cool username, dude. You know, like everyone tries their best. You know. So-
At least it wasn't VR.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks.
We
Thanks.
should end the show
Appreciate
with
that.
the VR news, though.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
will.
yeah. Yeah.
We have
exactly.
to let John get his flowers today. We do. You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about, I hope.
So, like I said, I'm not going to even acknowledge that remark. Like I said, I learn differently. I learn by watching. I learn by watching YouTube videos, etc. And then I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. I'll take that. Thank you. It's like a buffet of ideas that I'm getting out of it. I'm like, have a little bit of that. Thank you. Take a little bit. I don't want that. Thank you. I'm not going to eat that. So that's how I learn. And then I supplement that with other means. I also ask LLMs all the time questions of stuff that I don't realize that I may not know about. And then I give it hypotheses. So that's what I would encourage you to do, is to watch, learn by watching, and then learn by doing. Those are the two sort of ways I would encourage folks to get skilled up on this.
All right. We will change topics for the end of the show. And I'm gonna let you have your day in the sun here, John. Have your
Good.
moment. Let you kick me while I'm down. Just
I don't know
go
where you're
easy,
going with
please.
this. I don't know where you're
Go
going
easy.
with this.
As soon as I can figure out where the window went that had the come on.
You're killing the joke, dude.
It's not a joke. It's for real.
You're killing whatever vibe
The
you're trying to create
suspense.
here, man.
The suspense is awful, right? Meta decides.
What?
What, did this change overnight? What is this? This is not what I expected.
Ah,
They updated the
not
article.
to shut down.
They were shutting
Damn
this
it.
down as of a few hours ago.
Ah,
Okay.
don't
So-
tease me like that, Ed. Come on.
I didn't know they changed it. I just looked at this like a few hours ago, and I was
Ugh.
like, "Oh, John's gonna have
Still
a
here,
heyday with
relax.
this."
Yes.
So this is changing as we speak, apparently. But Meta was reportedly pulling the plug on Meta Horizon Worlds,
Oh
There.
God, I hope so.
their metaverse initiative,
Who?
which they
Who?
spent
I have yet to talk to
$73
anyone who knows about, like, anyone on the street. Anyone on the street, I've yet to talk to anyone who's like, yeah, dude, I'm in the metaverse. I'm like, what? So
So it's one of those. There are dozens of us at the tune of 70.
dozens.
This is not something I use, by the way. Like,
Yeah, right. Yeah,
don't
right.
really-
Alan
don't really
Turing, Isaac Newton, dude. Like, that's your name
Right.
thing above your head.
So this was like the picture shows. People keep joking like it didn't have legs. By the way, I didn't make that pun. Like several other people did
Sure.
on social media today. But it was like supposed to be this social media / like interactive world thing that they were trying to coin as the
This
metaverse.
is,
And the experience sucked, and that's why it's dying. But the developer tools were cool, and we used to do a
Here we
show
go.
on Code It
Here we go.
Live when it first started. Alyssa and I did a couple weeks of programming in this environment.
there you go. Couple of weeks. Really lasted
it
long
went-
there, Ed.
That wasn't my fault. There's no real way for Progress to make money on me live streaming about something that's quote cool. So that got kind of canceled. But the programming environment was really interesting because you were able to access developer tools within AI or AR. And that
So
meant
what?
like traditional. Have you ever done any game?
No,
dev
the answer
development?
is no, Ed. It's always going to be no. Anytime that VR or AR comes up, the answer, have you ever? No, just assume no.
But it's not a VR thing.
No,
It's
don't care.
Any game,
Don't care.
Any game development.
It's stupid. This is stupid. I don't know why we're wasting our time on this.
Have you ever done anything fun, John?
Yes, outside in nature.
Have you ever picked up a Nintendo, an Xbox, any of those
Yes,
things?
of course dude. Okay, yes, I have. But dude, I'm
the
like,
past
look. This requires an active participation. Most of the time when I'm on the internet, I'm going through Instagram, TikTok, whatever. I'm like this. You know, like no one wants to see a VR representation of that. So this is an active form. I have to wear this stupid thing on my face. This is the last thing. This is not going to be the last thing I say about it. But you know, this is never going to. No one's going to do this. I don't know why they think this is a great idea. This is a dumb idea. Anyway,
Trying to find a large image of this. There we go.
why are we talking about this?
Back in the day, when I was doing game development stuff, this is how it probably still is. This is how you would make 3D content. You had your 3D view, your top view, your side view, back front. You know, the typical AutoCAD
3D.
style.
Yes, 3D. We know what 3D is.
Yeah.
Get to the point.
Typical AutoCAD style development.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What was cool about the whole Facebook Horizon platform was you could do the level design in the environment. So you could literally go into an empty space and start creating in 3D.
It's like the Matrix, man.
And it was really just intuitive and kind of like fun and interesting. That
IKEA sells the same
you could
thing now.
build
Dude.
things around you in real time, and then you could code them without leaving. Like you could take two objects and link them together and write code in the 3D environment.
Yeah, how long did that
some
take?
of it was so it was kind of like half scripting, half coding. So you could
but
it used what's the popular draggy droppy thing that kids use?
Anyways, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah. So you could create, you know, loops and variables and things with that, snap the blocks together, and you could create logic for these elements inside of the 3D space.
Scratch.
Scratch, yeah. Scratch was what I was thinking of. So you could use like the Scratch style programming in there.
Yes.
And you could make stuff, and it was just really fun. It was fun. John, I know that's a foreign concept to you, fun.
Shut up. I have fun. I do things. I'm smart.
It was fun until you got to the point where you played the game, right? Then it was like, okay, like it's kind of awkward and weird, and then like you would always like parents.
It was awkward and weird, Ed. I'll give you that. VR and AR is awkward and weird, so I'll give you that. You were right about that.
Parents don't parent, okay? I'm sorry, like, but it's just not a. I don't know why parents don't parent, but you do not give a small child a VR headset,
okay,
and then unleash them into this world. And if you do any online gaming, John, these kids that are misbehaving, not all kids are bad, but a lot of them, when they're in these games,
I have children. I've heard them on their game speak before. Yes, I know what they say. Yeah,
they're called screechers by
Yes.
adults that are in there trying to enjoy themselves.
Yes.
And this thing was plagued with screechers. So
Sure.
you see them all like kumbaya around the campfire, right? Now
Yeah, that's
imagine
not the
an
case.
11-year-old child in there just screeching about random stuff. Like, do you guys play Minecraft? Hey,
Yes, I know.
do you guys play Minecraft? You're trying to carry on a conversation. And that was every game you walked into. It was awful.
So what you're saying,
is
Ed, is
why it
I was
died.
right. You were right. You were saying that I was right and that this is a dumb idea.
This is a dumb idea. This is
Great. Thank you.
absolutely
That's what I
dumb.
wanted to hear. Thank you for telling me what I've been
You
saying
were
for
right
years
about
now.
the metaverse, John. The metaverse. I think I agreed with you though from the get-go on the metaverse part. Augmented reality, on the other hand,
No.
still
What, you're going to die in this hill? Is that what we're doing? We're dying on the AR hill? All right. Good luck. Oh, I think you're muted. No, you're muted. Either I'm muted or you're muted. I can't tell anymore. Is that how you win
Unless
the
I
argument,
bumped the
Ed?
button.
You just mute me? Sorry.
so.
Turn
I'll
his
see if I
mic
can
off.
find-
Turn his mic off.
I'll see if I can find this last one here to show you like the AR thing.
Why do you do this to me? You always like is this what you're trying to do? Just
roping you
rile
in,
me
dude.
up? Yeah, that's
No,
right. Just
you'll
poke me
like
with a
this one.
stick.
You'll like this one. Even if I can't find it, we'll talk about it because I think you'll.
How did you get bit, Ed? Did you were you messing with it? Were you poking it with a stick?
Let's see if I can find.
What happened that you got someone so mad they decide to bite you? This will be
This
good.
might be-
Again, you're building up
Here we
all
go,
this
here we go.
suspense. All this suspense for
This
what?
is a great one.
Oh, I'm sure. Sure. Yeah. Still
So,
seeing nothing.
Do you remember talking
Get this
about
man.
Pokemon?
Get this man a tool that allows him to drive StreamYard correctly.
Sounds ready
please.
to give me the hook. The old fashioned
Here we
hook
go.
here. This was a great one. So do you remember Pokemon Go?
Yeah, my kids play it still.
Okay, they have been contributing to a large scale AI
Oh,
ecosystem.
come on.
So they have been farmed as free
Oh.
worker bees in a
I
grand
know.
scheme of mapping.
Yes, I knew where this
So
was going.
they have taken all of the user data and all of the GPS data from Pokemon Go
Yeah.
and have trained AI on it. And
Well,
they're,
they've spun out a
they're-
company, as it says here. Yeah.
Yeah, like that wasn't
Perfect.
their plan from the get go. So
I never
they-
understood
they're
Pokemon Go.
using-
My kids still play it, and I've never understood what. There's no end game. You just go around and you. I don't know what it is. You're going to gyms or something. You throw I see people just going like this and throwing things on their screen. I never understood the whole port. This is so stupid. There's no score. You just collect stuff. You just walk around. That's all. Sorry. Now I'm sure Pokemon guys just killed my camera for this reason. So, but you just go around and you just collect stuff. You do nothing. It's the dumbest game I've ever seen. I don't know what the point is. There's no end game. It's just go on. Now I know what the end game is. The end game is, of course, just to farm the data. So whatever.
your kids must have took the fun gene from your wife. So you're saying?
I have fun. I play sports. I get outside. I do stuff. All right. Don't go there. All right. I can, but like, I'm not going to waste my time on, let's put these on my face and go around. Oh, look at the metaverse. Oh, and whatever. So anyway.
No, Pokemon Go was not my jam. I didn't quite get it either. I don't know if I was the demographic for it, so I won't hate on it too much. I did know some people who played it. At least for entertaining the audience here. But yeah, the Pokemon Go one was a little odd. There was a friend that I had that played like the precursor to it. There was I think it might have been Google that came out with it, but it was more like a cyber tech one. But it was
there was one where I think I saw Richard Campbell playing it on the airplane once, where you can claim parts of a map. And he would play it on an airplane, and like there'd be this line of claimed territory. It was like Risk. You claim all these territories, and it would be across the ocean as he's flying across it.
I think that was a Google game. Like I think Google spawned that one, but it was like cyberpunk themed, and
There you go.
You would capture, like you said, capture territory. So like I would go out with my friend, and we'd be at lunch, and he's like, "I just created a portal," and I'm like, "Okay, cool, I guess." But
we have
AR
a gym.
games,
Okay, Ed, I will give you. We have a gym outside our house. We created a gym for Pokemon Go outside our house. That's how much my kids are playing this game. So that I know something that So I whatever makes them happy.
Dedicated.
Great. That is dedicated. Yes.
Oh man,
It's probably a
All
good
right,
way for us to end this show.
it is.
Otherwise, I'm going to get too heated. And another thing, what's with the
It
kids
sounds like-
these days?
Sounds like your kids have a good balance, John.
They do. They play sports and then they get on there, whatever, and they do
And I
whatever.
mean that's
I really
sounds
do
like-
not. I will not buy them anything for their face, like the VR thing. I'm not doing that. So
I get it. No, I get
I'll
it.
buy them
That's
a
the whole idea.
bike. I'll buy them a bike. I'll buy them a basketball net. nothing here.
I think that's what good parenting is all about, like balance.
Yes,
You're balancing
I know.
the digital
I want
with
a
the
thing.
outside.
No.
Yeah. But No, I agree with you on all that stuff.
Dude, I'm Gen X. So, I mean, like that's our answer to everything. We'll see or no.
Let's see. Oh man, go eat some more microplastics. That was my generation.
I like that. That's good.
Oh man,
That's very good.
all right. That's a great way to end the stream.
Yes.
I'm traveling next week. I'm going to Seattle to have the microplastics removed. I'm going to the MVP summit. This was a meme at the house the other day. I'm sorry. I said something to the effect of, when I die, I want the microplastics removed from my body to make
Yeah, it's
to
just
make
the coffin's just
figurine
gonna be
of me.
floating on water because it's all like it's so buoyant.
I wanted the plastics repurposed into a toy figurine
Oh
of
god,
myself.
this is getting really dark, Ed.
But no, I'm going to the MVP summit next week, and
nice
I'll
segue.
have time with a bunch of colleagues and friends there, and I won't have
Say hi
time
to everyone.
stream. So we'll be skipping the AI stream, or this AI stream next week. But there's one earlier in the day. If you want to catch some AI news, it's on.
Where can I get all the stream info there, Ed? Where would I go if I was interested in, like, hey, I want to watch a stream or two from the fine folks at Progress?
I would go to youtube.com/Telerik, and then also you should go to telerik.com/blogs and look for the post today that had
There you
all of the links in it. And then I'll flash on the screen our Discord. If you want
Have you got
to
a
jump-
URL for that thing yet?
Yeah, I do. Oh, no, I don't
you
have
gotta
a
show-
pretty one.
Ah! Dude, worst
Got this
URL
horrible
ever.
one. I know. Come on, it's easy to memorize. This
Yeah, exactly. Go to discord.gg.
I said it
And
wrong,
some
too.
Wi-Fi password.
Don't forget the banana at the end.
That's right.
That's part of the background, making a joke. But join us on Discord if you want to keep the conversation going. I do pop in there daily to chat with folks. So come on Discord and talk about some of your favorite learning resources there. And just chat with us. We've got an AI channel, a .NET channel, front-end developer channel, you name it. And some fun folks in there talking about the latest on all that stuff. Join us there. And thank you for joining us here. And we'll see you again in about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Have a good one.
See ya.